Dude, look, dude.
Look at that. Big stink.
So,
Yeah, welcome back.
welcome back,
to another
man.
episode of the. Damn, I forgot the name. It's all right though.
You
Yeah.
forgot
I'm
the
just playing. I'm
name
just
of the
playing, bro.
podcast.
I'm just playing, bro. The Lunchroom podcast, bro. Welcome back, man.
Welcome back to the Lunchroom podcast, the only podcast where we don't mess with.
All right, bro. Calm down. Calm
I
down.
don't know what got over me.
The
I don't
only
know.
podcast where we are missing a member almost half of the show.
Oh my goodness, man. We love you, Josh. Please come back, my nigga.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, man. So,
They took a secret trip. Thank you, Perry the Platypus or some shit,
you know what
man.
I'm saying, bro? This man took a 5-day Easter trip. I ain't never in my life seen a nigga take a
Hey.
full week off for Easter.
Man, he ain't seen the girl in a minute, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's
That
what
what
it
it
was.
was.
Yeah.
Boy had to go commit the evil sins.
Man, Josh is a good boy.
Come on now, bro.
I
Come
mean,
on.
hey,
He ain't seen the girl in a minute. He been gone for a week. It went from a 1-day trip to a week.
I was gonna say, boy,
Come on,
nigga, I know every time I did Easter, boy, we went to grandma's house, spent a few hours, and came right on back home, nigga.
That be it.
Did the little Easter speech, did pit them little eggs.
Cause he
That's
found
it.
some other eggs and decided to stay down there a little bit
Not gonna
longer.
lie, you gotta go.
What are you talking about, bro? Come on, bro.
Oh goodness. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all tuning back into the podcast.
Yeah.
You're disgusting. You're just nasty. Oh my gosh. You're disgusting.
Bruh.
Where did that come from?
Bro, it's energy, bro. Come on.
Okay,
bro.
I
We
like- I
disagreeing,
mess with
bro.
that.
Come
I
on,
mess with that.
man.
But yeah, check us out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And of course, keep watching on YouTube. Keep on following us on all social medias at the Lunchroom Podcast, YT. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the latest news. You know, niggas think it's okay to kiss little boys in the mouth and stick their tongue out. and
Tongue
stuff.
kissing.
So
That shit was so crazy, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
bro.
let you take the lead because I don't like that shit is ridiculous.
So basically, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, the Dalai Lama, which is like this famous like religious leader, he's like Buddhist, and you know he's been famous as far as I can remember. Like, and he got like even got like a Nobel Peace Prize or some junk like that. Like
there's no way.
yeah, this nigga he got credentials.
Oh,
he got some
he got
hardware.
right to be doing that then, huh?
Exactly. So wait, what did you say? Wait, what did you say? Wait, what did
Bro,
you say?
keep going, bro.
No, what did you say?
Ain't no way
'Cause
he agree with that.
I thought you said he not right.
No, I said, he got right to be doing
Oh,
that then, huh?
no.
And he just agreed. Nah,
No.
there's something in the back of his head we don't know about, but. Oh my God,
Bro, I
bro.
did not mean that,
Oh
bro.
boy,
Bro.
ain't no way, bro.
I don't kiss little boys in the mouth, man. But anyway,
Just on the cheek,
you're a
bro. What's wrong with that?
little boys on the cheeks.
So if your little cousin, you got a kid or something, you got a son, you ain't gonna kiss him on the cheek, bro.
Until he about like 7, 8 years old. Then,
I ain't talking about no grown ass boy. You talking about we said little boy. We ain't talking about no teenager boy.
I'm just saying, like, once you about to hit double digits, that's when you no more affection.
Yeah, you-
nah, I'm
oh,
just playing. Nah, I'm just
God
playing. I'm just playing.
Fuck them kids. Who? Your daughter. Look at that. What the fuck?
Nah, that nigga. We gonna talk about him too, boy.
Goodness.
Charles and White. But back on the topic of this Dalai Lama dude, he basically was at like this ceremony, just get together. There was a bunch of people, cameras everywhere, and the little boy walked up to the podium, the stage, and asked him for a hug, and like he was all in the dude, like, you know, like when you like in like how animals like be like in love or whatever, and they be putting their like heads together type junk.
Oh, yeah.
Like in like movies or whatever. He
Mhm.
kept doing that to the little boy. He did that a couple times to the little boy and was just like smiling and hugging him and all that. And then like the dude got real close to the little boy and cause the dude 87, so it wasn't like
87.
bro.
I ain't
So
gonna lie.
and I think the little boy is like around like 10 or something like that.
Ew.
So this ain't even
crazy.
like no 15-year-old, 16-year-old little boy that's
a
like
kid.
kinky
That's
or
a
whatever.
child.
That's a little boy. So he like doing that. And he kissed the little boy in the mouth, and it was a little bit longer than the peck. Because the peck is like, but this was like
Oh, yeah,
You
them
feel me?
niggas was borderline making up.
Nah, so and then
Shit
after he
crazy.
kissed the dude, the little boy, he was like, "Can." Sounds so nasty to say. He said, "Can you suck on my tongue?"
Nah, asking for that is crazy. My thing is, where are the parents? Because there's no way they're just sitting here watching their child get throat
Oh
in
my
front of all
gosh!
these cameras.
All these
Like, that is
cameras.
ridiculous, bro. Oh my God. Can you suck on me tongue?
Can you suck on me tongue? And he said it in English, like he wanted niggas to know where he was, because they speak all different languages on that side of the world. He said in English, he wanted somebody to catch him, bro. But I think
that
that's
nigga ain't care for real.
absolutely. But he apologized though. But it's like, nigga, how do you think that's okay in the first place? That's what's so crazy, because it's like he's supposed to be like this like leader or whatever, and he's supposed to represent Buddhism. Like he is a big face of that junk, of like peace and all that. I'm not gonna speak too much on Buddha because I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm just saying like he's a very big figure. So the fact he thought this was okay to do out in the open, it begs the question: what did he do when them doors are closed?
Man, he said shit. Them niggas over there in America getting away with it. Why not me?
Exactly. That's what's so scary, because a lot of people look up to him, and people's immediate reaction was to defend it. Like it wasn't on. Like of course, people out here in the U.S. was immediately like, yeah, you're disgusting. Like you're just a nasty nigga. But a lot of people, like his followers or whatever, like no, he likes to tease his guests.
Hey, I ain't gonna. He said tease, like that was his word.
Yeah, like they were like,
Nah,
it's
you're not
like,
finna say tease with a 10-year-old
10-year-old
boy. I'm
little
not
boy.
gonna lie. I'm just teasing you, trying to get you nice and ready. No,
Yeah,
bro. Hell no, bro.
That's the most insane thing I ever seen. The apology was like, you know, when celebrities do something wrong, it's like a nose apology. It wasn't literally a nose apology, but it gave off, "I'm so sorry for what I've done. How my words have affected people." Like, we ain't worried about your words. We worried about them actions. Stick your tongue out, trying to get some.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. It's just, of course, we don't know too much about that religion and whatnot, and what's good and what's bad with that. But it's just some fact, bruh, it don't matter if that's good in your religion or not. It's come to the fact that is a 10-year-old boy.
I was gonna say, because I think morality is subjective, or no, it's objective. Like it's unchanging. Like, so if something is bad, it's bad everywhere. Even if your religion may see it as acceptable.
Oh yeah.
And that may ruffle some people's feathers or whatever, but that's just, I mean, that's just what it is. Like,
Hey, is that religion out there in Iraq, bro?
that's Islam.
Oh, I was finna say, bro, ain't no way they doing that junk, and that's the same place they don't let girls come outside with nothing but their eyes showing.
No, oh my gosh.
Hey, I was finna say, bro, ain't no way, boy.
No,
They getting away with it for real.
Yeah, but that's just a wild thing to just immediately jump. You stuck your neck out for this nigga. The nigga don't know you, and he talking, kissing on a little boy. All right, bro. I don't know what that type of mindset is.
That's just a crazy situation to be in general. You know, another crazy situation is kind of like, I don't know how to say little bro name, little Moses, little Moosey.
Lil Mosey.
Yeah, little Mosey.
Yeah.
He got out of allegation against him case. So
Yeah. Is it like more details about the situation? Because as far as I know, it's just he beat the case, but I don't know any other details.
yeah, that's the only thing I really know, because I'm not. Because at first it was like they had mad evidence against this nigga, to where it's just like,
So-called,
we know he did it. We got this. We got text messages, photo, this, that, and the third. And now it's just like the case has just been dropped. There ain't been nothing said about it. Why it's been dropped?
Case ain't even been dropped. He beat it.
Yeah,
he was found not
yeah,
guilty. So that's a completely different
You're right.
thing.
And I don't understand how you can go from being almost convicted to, oh nah, this junk just ain't never happened. It's beaten. It's done with through.
Yeah.
It's just a crazy situation, because then you gotta think about the girl. Like, why would she just make up?
Exactly. But that's why it's so hard to deal with conversations like this when it comes to like sexual assault and things like that, is because unless there is like the physical evidence, like she goes to the hospital and gets a kid or whatever, it's really hard to build a case, because it's essentially he say, she say.
Yeah.
So when it especially gets harder when it's like celebrities, and you know they have influence and power, and I don't think Lil Mosey ain't big enough He not that big enough
Oh,
to have
hell
that much
nah. Ain't
impact.
nobody know
But
that nigga for real.
there are other celebrities who are much bigger who can possibly have, a judge's opinion or a jury's opinion swayed just based off how they may feel about him, maybe some type of money involved or whatever. So it's really tough to have this conversation. But the reality is there are, like, it is both sides. Like, there are women who lie about, getting done that way, and it's for whatever type of, I don't know
Cause I
why they
know it
would
was a
do it.
story, just side topic. It was this story about this girl who literally lied and had this dude locked up for like 12 years
Yeah.
off of allegedly touching her, and then
Yeah.
she came out after 12 years of him being, oh no, I lied about that. Literally
Crazy.
just came out the blue, and I'm like, you know what? It made me realize the power women have,
Mm-hmm.
and like, of course, men have power. We're not finna get on this misogynistic shit and all this other shit, of
Misogyny,
course.
yeah.
Yeah, but it is women have a lot of power that we were never aware of. Well, I feel like some men were aware of, but there's a lot of men who just they're not aware. Like she can literally end your whole career with one text message, one photo.
Yeah. I think a lot of it, because it's like people in power are overcompensating for the mistreatment that women have faced over the years. Because it's like, yeah, women go through so much in terms of, like, they have so much more to worry about on, I say, like, a day-to-day basis in just terms of their personal safety. So it's like, because it's been so much easier for a man to do things and get away with it, a lot of people's approach is to automatically believe the accuser without any type of evidence. And I don't think, I know that's not a good way to deal out justice.
Nah,
Not
not at
like the
all.
justice system in this country is anything good, but
Oh hell no.
even if it did have any type of goodness, and that was like the only thing, like, that's still not the right way to carry out justice.
And like going back to earlier, like, so I got born curse tattooed on my arm for a reason. I was at work. There was this lady that was working in there, and I was training like a group of class because I was a trainer or whatnot. And they looked at my arm. They was like, "What does that mean? What does that stand for?" I'm like, "I don't want to get into it. Let's just keep working." The girl was like, "Nah, what is it? What is it?" I'm like, "All right, bro. I got it. Well, I got born curse tattooed on me so that when people see it, I want them to ask me about it because basically it's so I can explain like the main reason I got it is because I want people to understand that being a man, let alone a black man born in America, is already we have challenges, adversity, and all this other junk placed against us.
Strikes, yeah.
And and when I started explaining all this, she was just like, "Well, women go through a lot of things too. We have." I'm like, "I'm not taking none of that away from you. I'm just explaining to you. Men have it hard. Well, women have it harder." I'm like, "Why? You just wanted to argue at this point? I'm not here to go back and forth with no random ass girl.
This is not
the
the oppression Olympics. That's something that I hate so much about a lot of online discourse about these issues, and not even the fact that it's just online, but it's making its way into real life conversations too. Because we used to pick on people who took the internet way too seriously and was like trying to have these weird talking points, but it's becoming real life. But everybody wants to one up you. You feel me?
Yeah, it gets to the point where it's just like, "Oh, I've been through this. Well, I was outside getting my butt," and it's crazy. It's been like that for a minute. Not exactly with this male versus female, but like if you ever think about like back then, we used to be sitting outside with your grandpa and all them. They'd be like, "Man, y'all just don't know what we had to go through as a kid." They used to beat the band. I'm like, bro, it's not. It's like you said,
competition.
Yeah, it's not whatsoever.
Every generation, or just in terms of what you're talking about with your granddad or grandparents or whatever, like every generation have their own specific like trials and tribulations, and to like try to compare it and go back and forth, like not the only generation, because I'll make it a point that for the past like 50 years, anybody born within the last 50 years, I'm not gonna say they had it good, but they had it much better. But that's still no excuse for the older generation to like rag on them. Because first thing, a lot of them niggas dead. So if them niggas, any old nigga, just be honest, any old nigga is really just like some of them niggas might be exaggerating. Like some of them niggas might not even went through it, but because they're like the last of a dying breed, they can talk for the whole generation essentially. But like, what our grandparents dealt with, it was bad. But like, cause just take black people for example. they dealt with like more physical things, you know, Jim Crow and segregation and being the hoes down in the streets, things like that. But the newer one, it feels more in your head type junk. Like you dealing with mental issues, and you know, you got people who have these like ADHD, ADHD is it's ADHD ain't as bad as the other stuff, but ADHD is a mental disorder. You got,
Mm-hmm.
you know, anxiety, depression, and that uh doesn't even, and that's not even talking about other things that can manifest into like your actual physical body, like body dysphoria, gender dysphoria, things like that. So everybody got their own challenges. So I just feel like people who want to play the game of like, oh, I had it worse. Like, bro, we all like kind of struggling and messed up. We all been screwed over.
Yeah.
You feel me? We need to
Not to
be
take
advancing
not to
towards
take
a
away
solution.
from like nothing that anybody went through. It's
Hmm.
just like basically saying like, yeah, bro, we were going through our own set of struggles.
Yeah,
It may not be as severe as getting chased down the street by canines and getting whooped and lashed, but it's still going through something.
yeah.
That was the whole goal, was for it to get better.
To
I,
get
wa- I
better.
was hoping, I'm hoping that's
Yeah,
what y'all was marching for,
yeah. That's
for us
what's so
not to have to
weird
go through
about it.
that. So you shouldn't be going back on it and being like, man, we went through this. Y'all ain't going through nothing. That was the goal,
That's
wasn't
the
it?
point.
That's
Yeah.
where we was supposed to be headed to.
That's what I don't like, and cause I don't like making like big. I don't like saying things like this is the problem with the black community, but it's like when it comes to niggas like getting better, it's a
Mhm.
lot of resentment towards people like that who didn't necessarily have uh the worst upbringing. Like you're looked at as like not deserving of it, or maybe even corny if you didn't literally come from jack. Like unless you
Mhm.
lived in a cardboard box, you're corny type junk. And you know that's
Yeah.
exaggeration, but like my nigga, just getting to a level of success outside of, not even outside of like being like a celebrity or anything, like you beating the odds already just to be a somewhat successful person. And
Mhm.
I feel like you was a perfect example. Like you talked about your hardships in life and the fact that you've made it this far, you've already achieved you've achieved greatness already. But you don't walk around with that on your on, like you don't walk around with that with your heart on your sleeve in that sense, talking about how you had nothing and how if anybody had it easier than you, that they less than you or whatever.
Yeah,
You feel
no.
me? So I feel like you,
That's what you supposed to. That's what you supposed to do.
yeah,
It's like you supposed to understand that you went through all this because like they say God give his toughest battles to the strongest soldier. I know that anything I've been through in life was meant for me to go through, for me to get to a higher point and to a higher place to where I'm going to. Like
mm-hmm,
you said, I don't achieve greatness and I don't achieve goals. I don't feel like it that way.
yeah,
I feel like I just made it to a point to where my parents can be happy that I'm stable. I feel like I'm stable right now. I don't feel like I've achieved greatness. I've achieved every goal that I've set for myself. And I'm not gonna say I set a goal. Set checkpoints,
mm-hmm,
and that's why like the new shit I'm starting to say. Because when you set a goal, and say you set a goal and you want to set a time frame to achieve that goal. If you don't hit that goal by that time, you're gonna be like, man, damn, I ain't hit this. It's gonna determine that it's
yeah,
gonna make you unmotivate you to try to get to that point. It's gonna make you feel like you ain't working hard enough. You ain't do. Just make a checkpoint. Like if like say if you're doing YouTube or anything like that, like you want to say you want 1,000 subscribers. Don't say I want 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Say, all right, I'm gonna hit 1,000 subscribers. Well, just keep uploading. Oh, I hit 200. Cool. This, that, and third. I'm not. I'm gonna keep posting. Do it because you love to do it. Do it because you
mm-hmm,
want to do it. Don't do it because you're trying to hit a number, and that's gonna drive you to do more.
yeah,
But in general, it's just like if you walk around here and being like, "Man, I went through this, and I'm better than you because of it." You ain't better than nobody because of it. You might be in a better place right now, but you a lame ass nigga in my eye. I
yeah,
ain't gonna lie. You ain't achieved nothing if you still thinking to the mindset to where, man, I'm still thinking about all the shit I went through, and that's what's making me better than this person.
yeah. Because I truly believe in nothing. Like no man is no better than no other man.
Hell no.
Based out like literally nothing, like because literally, bruh, we like you born, you live, and you die. Shoot, some niggas don't even get
Mhm.
born. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, bruh, this every second you breathe, you need to be out here trying to lift people because this life junk is hard, bruh. So if you walk around with your chest all big, bro, you really some dirt. Like, and I'm not saying you, but I'm talking about everybody. Like
Mhm.
everybody going. go back into the earth from which we came. You feel me? Like I don't get that mentality. It's like a crab in a barrel type mentality, like what a
Because
lot
you
of
can
niggas
be
have.
stronger, you could be faster, you could be smarter than the next man. None of that makes you
Yeah,
better than the next man.
exactly, bro.
It don't. You
Cause we all
still just
God
you got to.
creation, bro.
You still bleed the same. You still breathe the same. You still got to eat, sleep, shit, whatever you got to do, bro. It's still the
Facts.
same shit the next person doing. He just might be doing it in a different area than you.
Yeah.
That's really the only difference.
Heck yeah. That's real, bro. Let's
Shit
talk
crazy.
about oh my gosh. There's so much crazy stuff.
Yeah, we got a lot. I ain't gonna lie, y'all in for a treat this part.
I was
I ain't
gonna
gonna lie.
say,
That's a lot of crazy shit that don't happen.
bro, I want to talk about King Von, bro. Like how he's
Trey Block shooter.
face.
That bitch
Bruh,
Trey.
we need to talk about how this dude is literally a serial killer. Like in the most literal sense of the word. And I didn't realize how bad it was
Oh, I knew the
until
whole time.
recently. Like
That's why when I be listening, like I ain't gonna say Caucasian or anything, but when I be listening to certain people listening to certain music, I be like, bro, y'all just don't know he really was doing
like
that.
this, yeah.
Like people be like, it's YouTubers that go and watch like rap documentaries on like
I know
King
exactly
Von,
what
Good
you're
Day, and all
talking
this other shit.
I just seen one
and they be
the other
like,
day.
oh, so this shit that happened in this song really happened. Yeah, these niggas not lying to
Not
y'all,
playing.
boy. This shit is real life. They really out. They really on blocks. Tuka really got smoked. I got to stop saying that nigga
I
name.
was
But
gonna say, bro, that's crazy.
goodness,
You
bro, I
even
got to
have
stop
say-
saying that.
junk,
I ain't gonna lie.
That junk is so crazy to me because it's like, bro, like this type of stuff like that get glorified, and I won't sit here and act like holier than thou because I was for sure bumping that nigga music before he passed away.
Oh, I still listen to it. I ain't gonna lie. Shit. I ain't the one who did that to them niggas.
This is true, but it's just like, it's weird because I don't want to talk about a dead person in a negative light.
Yeah.
But it's just like when people glorify, try to call him an angel, saying he in heaven, and it's like, bro,
Oh yeah.
that junk is like when we do that junk, it just it rubs, it gives me the wrong vibes because I feel like we just kind of accept, what the bad about our culture, like a black American culture. Like this dude literally was making money rapping off of talking about how he would go and kill people. Like they believe that he's killed 10 people.
Oh no, it's more than that.
That's what's confirmed.
I seen at least 15 people they
Good
confirmed.
gracious.
I'm not capping. I ain't
But
gonna lie.
like that's so crazy because that's more than what, because if you look throughout American history, it's legit serial killers that like the white people
Mhm.
or people that ain't famous outside of that junk. Like they literally get looked at in this way negative light, like like a Jeffrey Dahmer or a Ted Bundy,
Yeah.
or it's some dude.
Well, I ain't gonna
like
say
a John
Jeffrey
Wayne
Dahmer
Casey.
because after they made that Netflix special, but everybody was loving his ass.
That
man.
was
that
nuts.
was crazy. I couldn't believe that shit.
They was lusting after that man.
What these niggas doing dances about him and everything? I ain't gonna lie.
Talking about some hear me out. Nah,
I was
making
in
a
that-
Jeffrey Dahmer dance is so you're disgusting.
I was one of them niggas. I ain't gonna lie, but nah, it is that shit's crazy.
Yeah,
That nigga King Von was literally out here getting score streets, bro. That
oh
shit's
my
wild.
gosh,
He was
you
literally
gotta
running. He
stop.
had a
You
UAV.
have to stop.
That bitch had a
A
VTOL,
UAV.
VTOL jet.
Please shut
Man,
up.
that bitch was going
Please shut up,
crazy,
bro. Oh my gosh, that junk is
my
so
God.
nuts, bro.
Yeah, that shit. Recipes, bro. To all of them. No, I wasn't just talking about King Von, but nah, literally, God,
Everything
please
that nigga
bless
is
their
resting
soul.
in peace, bro.
I don't know what King Von doing. He might be down there shooting at them demon shit. Oh, his ass.
Them demons shooting him, man.
They out there banging it up.
But that junk is just like, bro. I feel I wish we could get away from that type of like glorification because I feel like it's been around for so long, and I don't know. I just feel like we just need something to change. Like, and I feel like it can start with music, and I don't think music is the problem, but I just feel like if people listen, like if people in our community listen to more positive messages, then we could from when they're young, because it's
Mhm.
different when you're a little bit older and you can understand and make sound decisions on your own. But it's young niggas like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that watch and listen to this type of stuff, and they consume it on a daily, and it messes with their mind. Like it has a impact on their mind. Like how we're talking about I don't think we talked about it on the podcast, but the lady who had like a birthday party, a Christian rock themed birthday party for her 2-year-old.
Oh yeah,
That's nuts. Like, why
shit's
would you
crazy.
think that's something that you want to expose to your child?
You want them to look up to a man beater that also
Exactly.
follows that same man they
That's
beating
what I'm
on. Like,
saying. Like, that's the type of stuff we glorify, and it's like just going on me, bro. Like, cause I don't never want to seem like I'm better than nobody. It's just that like I had more positive reinforcement just in terms of like what I was consuming. Like I wasn't allowed to watch a lot of stuff. Like nigga, I wasn't even allowed to watch iCarly, nigga.
boy, that's crazy. I'm
Cause
not.
my
You were.
mom was just like, bro, they're kissing on there. You can't watch that, bro.
Oh no, you had a very contained childhood. I'm
But
not
that's
gonna
what I'm
lie.
saying. Like
Yeah,
they tried to keep me from a lot of that stuff. Like I didn't. The only rap songs I listened to is a song. It was a song by Nas, and it was called "I Can," and it was literally. You know that? Do you know that song?
I think I heard it.
Like that junk is literally like literally the hook goes. I know I can be what I want to be, and if I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. It's that type of
Yeah,
music.
I think I heard
So
that.
it's literally like, bro, like, and I feel like stuff like that, hearing that when I was like a little boy, I feel like that helped me out and just to look at myself and have a certain type of respect for who I am and not just want to indulge in like not even certain activity, but more so certain mindsets. Cause I feel like what hold people back more so is the mindset they have. It's not even what they do. Cause most niggas ain't gonna be out here shooting nobody. But you can still have a mindset that's a detriment to your community.
Yeah, you most
So
definitely can. A lot of that shit, cause I know if we ever have old heads and they see this episode, they gonna go crazy. They gonna think these just two young niggas don't know what they talking about. But a lot of that shit, it's in our community, and yes, it's a mindset thing. It starts with the government, cause
Oh
really
yeah,
the government
absolutely.
they put we know look, we're not dumb young niggas. We know what the hell we
Mhm.
do. Like is the government put gun stores on every corner in the hood so that it's easy access. They make it cheap. It's literally, and you might think, oh, that was back then. It's not happening today. They literally just passed laws to make it where you can openly carry shit without a
Yeah,
gun license, and you can be 15 with it. So like, what are we
yeah,
talking about? They literally make it so that you can have this shit at a young age and be able to use it. They put you around, put you all in this small little area, raise the prices of everything, and make it where it's not that many jobs. So what else could you do? You either gonna go sell drugs or you gonna rob each other. And they
yeah.
literally put you all in this thing and call it a ghetto
And that's
or
why,
the hood.
I don't want to, cause that's why I was saying like in the beginning, like, cause I just want to, try stuff, cause
Mhm.
we've done a lot in the past to get out of these situations, and at this point, I just feel like people have lost a little hope. So I'm just like on some junk. Like, let's just throw stuff at a wall and see what stick. Let's
Mhm.
just see if we change the music we listen to from the time we were 3, 4, 5 years old, how that may change the mindset of a young black child and how they may just make more sound decisions. Cause even if you do grow up in that environment, if you grow up in an environment that affirms the environment around you,
Mhm.
then I think that is the difference maker. Cause there are niggas in there are intelligent men in all the hoods, men and women, but they don't necessarily indulge in the type of like duplicitous behavior of a lot of the niggas that are
You know how
around
to
them.
spell that?
A little bit.
All right.
I heard
I'm gonna leave that be.
I got that from a TikTok trend when it was hitting those
You ain't
duplicitous licks.
you ain't gotta say too much more. We gonna leave it. I was gonna let you live.
But yeah, like, but it's just like I don't know, cause I don't want to blame, cause essentially I know people. Oh, yo, it's playing the victim. We are so let's just be
Mhm.
for real. But I don't never want to blame the victim. But I also want to just be like, let's try something just from that. Can we psychologically can we trick ourselves into being better with the music or whatever? I don't know.
And
I don't have the answers,
I
bro.
feel like the thing is when it comes to that, like us playing victim, I feel like most black people or most people that are put like down or like oppressed or whatnot, they have it halfway right. So like, yeah, we are victims, but they don't never think, yeah, I'm a victim. How can I stop being a victim? How can I
Hmm.
change this? And a lot of it, if like my folks and my grandparents have been preaching this like their whole life to us and everything, like if all of us, anybody who's being oppressed just comes together, no one that's literally no one can stop us from growing.
Yep.
Like, we all just come together and be like, all right, we're going to stop listening to this music. We're going to stop buying the guns from the damn corner store. That's going to put them out of business. Stop selling. We're going to stop selling and buying up weed and all this other junk. Now, that's going to be a hard thing for some niggas, but it's like, bro, if you want to change, you gotta start somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
So we're going to stop selling weed and we're going to stop selling cocaine and all this other. If we just stop all this shit, if we come together and be like, all right, we're going to stop doing this, it's going to stop cold turkey and we're going to be better off as people.
Yeah.
But people don't want to drop their addictions.
Yeah.
They don't want to come together. Oh, I don't like that person, so I ain't even gonna come over there to come hear this speak with that. That'd be what's crazy, because like people would be so mad at the world that junk turns into being angry at each other, and they don't even realize like you not even mad at me for real. You mad at something that's happening in the world, and you think I'm a part of the reason it's happening.
Yep. You mad at what's being done to us, essentially.
Yeah.
Like that's what's so crazy about like, you know, gang culture is the fact that the reason why gangs came about in the first place was to protect each other. And as soon as the government seen that, people who had power seen that, they said, okay, we finna throw drugs in the communities. So now we got cocaine circulating in the community. So something that was used for good got turned into niggas being like drug lords, you feel me?
Yeah.
And it created all these big old rifts. And now you got the niggas 50, 60 years ago who probably would have been helping each other. These niggas are now trying to kill each other.
Yeah, they're the main black on black violence. Yeah. They're in all them cases. They're the main reason all this shit is happening.
Yeah. So it's an unfortunate situation, but I don't know, man. I just think, you know, I don't think we're out of solutions, but I just feel like one thing that we could possibly do, because it's not just music, because my point was about music, but it ain't just the music.
It ain't just music,
all types of negative, I guess, stimulus that surrounds children while they're in that developmental age. Like, get rid of all of that, whether it be music or the weed you smoking or the type of men and women you bringing around your children. Like, we got to do something, because like I said, like I feel like because of the fact that my parents tried their best to shelter me, like I still came up understanding the hardships of Black people, but I didn't indulge in the things that would like lead to my incarceration, things like that. A lot of people don't have that opportunity to not fall into it because they're not being sheltered. So, yeah.
And even if you don't want to like not let your kids see this, like if you don't want to change, you don't want to stop smoking, you don't want to stop watching certain shit just because your kids in the room, at least sit down and talk with them after and be like, this is a decision I made, or this is my choice, but you don't have to follow this, and this is the consequence that can come with this. Or like, tell them like, this show is just fiction. This is not shit to really go on. You should not go out there and try to copy what's on this TV. This is for the enjoyment. That's the whole point of like TV and video games, is to play make believe. This is not supposed to be real. You're not supposed to drop them 30 kills on COD and go out there and start trying to use it in real life. Yeah, that shit. You're not supposed to be doing that shit, man.
Yeah. Let's talk about the what's it called? The Angel Reese and the Caitlin Clark.
That UFC? Yeah, nah, UFC.
This nigga said
crazy.
UFC.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
You got to get up out of here.
I was meant to say WWE. That's crazy. I often say that John Cena motherfucker. You can't see me shit. That's ridiculous, bro.
This is my public announcement. Angel Reese. Oh my God. I would like to have you on this podcast. And then after the podcast, I would like to take you out for dinner. I will pay for everything. Not your flight here. Absolutely not.
What?
But I will pay for the dinner.
I'm not going to support you getting here or getting back. But hey, I'll give you a good meal and a good time afterward. I didn't know it was coming. What about Ice Spice, bro?
Dang,
look at that.
I ain't gonna cap. I might got Angel Reese over Ice Spice. Hey, just off the fact
they finna be on your head.
Just off the fact that she's 6'3", bro. 6'3", bro. You know how I get. You know I like me. I like biggins. You feel me?
All right.
So
you might need to specify on that one. You like biggins, huh?
What are you trying to say?
You mean you like tall ones?
I like biggins. What do you think? What else could I mean by biggins?
Big bone.
Hey, plus size. Hey,
you got that.
bro. I
I'm gonna
don't.
call Big Mama over here, have her come plop down.
Big
on
Mama
your
is great. Nah, it's a limit, of course.
All
But I'm
right.
not, bro. I'm not
All right.
opposed to no shorty like having some weight on it. Like that's not no issue.
All right, bro.
It's as long as you trying to be
She gonna
active
come
towards a
jump on
healthy
your ass while you
lifestyle.
laying down and suffocate your ass.
See that at that point now it's like, okay, we finna go on a walk or a
Nah,
run.
all right, bro. We
Nah,
finna go on a walk.
But nah,
Get
bro.
your big ass up. We finna go take a walk. Go take a little
But
trip around the corner real quick.
do you think that was quote unquote classless?
No, that's the dumbest. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. This whole controversy of which one is classes and which one is like sportsmanship is the dumbest shit I've ever seen, for the simple fact that she literally did it first, and
Mhm.
then she's being disrespectful the whole series. Like, if you actually watch the series, like the series was literally going viral off of what she was doing against LSU. So it's kind of crazy because she literally just left one girl off LSU wide open. Like, man, I'm not finna guard her, fuck her.
That was a different team, but I understand your
No,
sentiment.
that was dumb.
Oh,
that was dumb.
Because what I remember like the day before the game, LSU players, like I seen how she did that. Like she left somebody open and was like,
I'm pretty sure that's the same team. It might not be.
Well,
let me not speak too much.
Yeah.
I ain't too big on college basketball.
Either way, it's on some junk. Like, bro, she ain't doing nothing but matching and overseeing the engine. And just to be honest, bro, like I hate when people try to like try to guard how people should act when they're winning.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking about winning a national championship, that's one of the outside of like in American sports, as far as I know, bro, it's the Super Bowl, NBA championship, natty, bro. Like that is one of the highest achievements you can get in sports.
Yeah.
So if you win in that junk and you beating a person who's notorious for trash talking, and that's what I think is lost in the conversation. I feel like Caitlin Clark was talking trash that whole game,
She was.
but it just didn't get publicized. So when Angela Reese is all in her face doing all this, walking around following her, that's a response, bro.
Mhm.
And Caitlin Clark couldn't say nothing because she knows she talked trash,
And then she did it
came out.
first, and that's what's so crazy.
Yes, bro. She came out and was on some like, bro, like that, like that's what it is. Like, ain't nothing classes about that. It's like that's the nature of the game, bro. And it's weird that they did that for women's sports. You can go ahead, but I just think it's weird that they did it for women's sports, but not men's sports.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. And the thing is, some people was trying to say like, "Oh, Caitlyn only came out to try to save face or whatnot, to try to be good." No, she's being like
she's being
real. That's
real.
literally just her telling you like, "This is what we do. We out here. It's gonna get I ain't gonna say physical, but it's gonna get kind of physical. We're gonna talk trash. We're gonna emote back and forth. We're gonna do crazy junk, but that junk is just crazy." And then the whole situation with them them being invited to the White House as well had people in the uproar.
No, I think that was where it got really weird because the call classless and she's such a like a showboater and she needs to sit down, like all that. I feel like that's just no offense to nobody, but a lot of those conversations were started by white people, and that's just because they was mad to see a black woman running around celebrating and enjoying an accomplishment. But in terms of the White House thing, that was weird to invite the losing team. Come on now.
And my thing, I feel like the only reason she actually did that, like inviting the losing team, is because I don't know if you know this, but before they even played or anything, Donald Trump and his wife or whatnot, they had what's it called?
Iowa?
Yeah, they had the other team winning. And they had LSU not even making it out of the first bracket. Like they literally said they just wasn't gonna make it. So before the game started, the lady, she came down and was supposed to talk to both teams for the game.
I heard seen Angel talking about that.
She was basically like, "Nah, we didn't even want her in there talking with us." I guess she went and talked to Iowa because, and like I seen the same thing you seen, but she didn't really say if she knew that she went to go talk to the other team or not.
Yeah, but so it was on some junk. I just kind of felt like it was a little bit like trying to have just sympathy. But in sports, there is no sympathy.
Yeah, I just ain't never heard of a losing team getting invited to the White House. Like, what are you coming here for?
Exactly. You sat there and took the L, like my nigga. It's a lot of conversation about like race, and I feel like race definitely played a part in it. But I think most of it is just like, bro, people had Caitlin Clark going crazy and like they was like not. I think the part about race is though is the fact that people look at black people as like these like superior people in terms of athletics. So
Mhm.
it's like when we win, it's like you're supposed to win. So Clayton Clark was kind of looked at like this underdog. Like Iowa is mostly white team, LSU was mostly black team. So when they see a white girl going against all these black people, it's like she's automatically gonna be the one that gets the love. Just off the simple fact that they look at us like we supposed to just be the best. We supposed to be Superman. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying?
I mean, it's a little crazy to look at it like that. I know you're saying people probably did look at it like that, but it's just a thing of her being the underdog when they literally LSU the women's at LSU. I don't isn't she the first time the women's actually winning in like
Yeah,
years?
this is their
So
first time winning the Natty ever.
yeah, I thought so. So they should have automatically been the underdogs, but for the simple fact of that even bringing like in the air of like them not being the underdogs for
Mhm.
that reason is actually kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
people. I mean, but people aren't saying that that's the reason, but that's the undertone because that's something that's existed in the U.S. for a while. Like,
Mhm.
just the misconceptions about the black body. You feel me? Like it's doctors back in the day, niggas thought black people had tougher skin.
No, they ain't just back in the day. It's still,
Oh
bro.
yeah, it's still going on, but I'm saying these ideas have been around since way back.
Yeah,
They
yeah, I
just they
know.
just thought, hey, their skin is literally tougher to penetrate with needles than the white person's, and it's like. That just doesn't make any sense at all. But
Let me go put them in front of a bullet.
exactly.
Like, what the
I mean, it's all and that was done in order to like dehumanize us, essentially. Like that wasn't done because they genuinely thought that. That's because they knew what they was doing was wrong. So any way they could rationalize it and make us less than a human being, that's just one of
cause
the
I
ways
know
they
it was a
did it.
thing back in the day to where people would like this is kind of crazy, but like people would literally like take like pieces of black people and like eat them to try to improve their like own body parts or
I'm not
either
gonna lie,
get them put inside.
that don't
Yeah,
sound crazy. 'Cause I believe that.
that's something that actually went down back then. That's
Once once
fucking
I
ridiculous.
once that nigga Chris Rock said that his mama had to go to the vet to get her teeth
Oh yeah,
fixed,
they
I was like,
couldn't
oh
go to
yeah.
regular doctors, boy.
I was like, oh yeah, that's ridiculous. That don't make no daggone sense. You
They
gotta go
lucky
with
they
the
let them in the
animals.
vet. Back then, shit, them
I
niggas,
mean, but
boy,
that I mean they
you
looked
couldn't
at
even
them
walk
as
down the
animals.
same. You couldn't even walk down the same side of the street as them niggas.
Yeah, that's facts, man. Speaking of all the old times, bruh, I genuinely want to know what your opinion is, cause I feel like over the last few years, bruh, people been disrespecting my nigga Martin Luther King, bruh. And I ain't gonna cap, I was starting to fall into that junk a little bit.
Mhm.
But I done came back out and like realized, bro, that nigga, come on, bro. Y'all gotta put respect on that nigga name.
Oh,
So
yeah, you can have conspiracy theories that he was a CIA lapdog and all this other shit, but at the end of the day, he had a dream. He set out on a mission, and he literally led that mission into what we know it today.
mhm.
And it's the fact that he's literally one of the only black men in history that history actually gets taught in school. So it's not really you can talk as bad as you want about this man, but his achievements outweighs anything you would say about him.
Yeah. And for the people that don't know, Charleston White, this nigga was on some type of podcast talking about how Martin Luther King basically just saying all the things he did was in vain. And that all the people around him looked at him like he was crazy.
No,
And
I can see that though. Like when it comes to just regular black people looking at him, of course we gonna praise him. But when you see like say if you had a wife, kids, and junk, you are literally going out every day, not getting paid or nothing, putting your life on the line
yeah,
to literally try to lead for something better. But you got cops trying to beat you down. You got them trying to shoot you, hang you, lynch you, burn you, all this other junk, and you're telling everybody not to fight back.
yeah,
So it's like when you go on from that standpoint, I can see what he was saying, where it's like it was you got people around him calling him crazy because that's my brother, you a crazy ass nigga, boy.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
hell? You telling me not to fight back? This nigga
That
got
was-
me in the headlock.
That's the thing that I think most people would have called him crazy on. But the thing that Charleston White was talking about was just the idea of integration. Was that that was something that Martin Luther King came up with on his own, and
Oh, that
that's what
nigga
was
had to
so
be
good.
high.
That's just stupid.
And because did he come up with segregation too? Then shit.
Exactly, because trying to put that all on him as if Brown versus Board of Education didn't happen in 1954. You feel me? That was the same year Martin Luther King became like a minister. So I know he didn't have that as much influence as he did, many years down the line. But black people have been fighting for equality, and not just equality, but being in the same spaces as white people since niggas got out of slavery, nigga, even before
Yeah.
that. Like, cause I mean, fresh out of slavery, niggas needed jobs. You fast forward to like 50 or so years, 50, 60, 70 more years, niggas are trying to fight alongside each other in like the first and second world wars. So this idea that, you know, black people wanted complete their own stuff by themselves, and then Martin Luther King came along and tricked people into thinking that we needed to be together with white people, and that's that's one of the reasons why we haven't progressed in society. I feel like that's very ignorant. And people are gonna look at him because he old and be like, "Oh yeah, he talking." That nigga's 50. That nigga wasn't alive to see no daggone Martin Luther King. That nigga was dead when that nigga Charles White was born. But niggas, he looked 60, 70, so he gonna get that benefit of the
Now
doubt.
saying that he invented or came up with the idea of immigration is integration, not immigration.
Yeah.
Integration is crazy as hell. But like saying he's one of the first founders of it, I can believe that because he was one of the first black leaders to actually bring it up and actually try to drive it through some. He wasn't the person that came up with it, but he was one of the people that tried to.
He's just
get it
someone
moving
that
around.
got the
Message
the
across.
voice.
Yeah.
Like he was speaking for the people essentially.
Yeah.
He was the megaphone to the people. He wasn't saying anything that people didn't already want. Black people as a whole wanted to be accepted in these spaces. It wasn't this like it wasn't this thing where black people were just completely against the idea, because originally we wanted to live, peacefully and coincide with white people. And I think, because I have my own thoughts about integration and segregation, I personally think that, you know, in a perfect world, we would have been able to have our own communities and just been kind of left alone, but that ain't what happened. And then eventually integrate. But since we was robbed of that opportunity, we only had one option, and that was to immediately try to integrate and become a part of these societies. So I don't like the notion that Martin Luther King, because that's just one of the many things that they discredit him for. Because people trying to say he was cheating on his wife and all that type of stuff. And their source is the FBI. The same niggas that wiretapped this nigga for 5 years, you feel me? Trying to find any and everything to use against this nigga, trying to call him a communist back when that was like a real, like if he was a communist, you was getting kicked out the country type junk. Not literally, but niggas was wanting to do that. So it's like they was saying any and everything to ruin this man's reputation. And you got, people on podcasts now talking about, man, he wasn't no good man. He wasn't no good dad because he was cheating on his wife. First thing you don't know.
You
You don't know a daggone thing.
For sure.
So even if he was, I'm completely I'm against cheating. You feel me? Like I'm not gonna sit here and endorse that junk. But sometimes you gotta take the good with the bad, my nigga. The stuff he was able to do, my nigga. If that nigga got a little something on the side, bro. Like, and I'm just being real, like cause bro, all the good he did, and you gonna try to take all that away because he made look. Imagine how much stress there is on a person to try to uphold that type of standard. You getting your because you getting your butt toe up every day out on the street. People threatening to kill you. People hosing you down, and you gotta look over your shoulder everywhere you go. If you crack under pressure, there's literally nothing wrong with that. If you acknowledge that you're wrong, then cool. But to act like he wasn't gonna do something wrong, he's just gonna be a perfect man throughout that whole junk. Like I said, I don't endorse cheating, but my nigga, he was gonna crack under something. He
No,
was gonna do
nigga,
something.
no.
It was either he was gonna whoop somebody's tail, or he was gonna do cheat or something.
Get some
But
tails.
exactly. But we don't even. But this is
Oh,
this
my
is just
goodness.
assuming that he did. We don't know. Nobody knows, bro. Only
My-
people that perpetuate that idea is people that want to tear down this man's legacy, bro.
My only thing with that, no man's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Like you said, somebody could crack under pressure, but in my mind, you getting whipped and all the other junk. That's the last thing on my mind. But I ain't gonna
We're
lie.
getting cushy.
Yeah, I'm about to get my ass whooped, chased by K9 and everything else. But I'm not worried about getting no goddamn. But I want to go home, bro. Fuck marching. I want to go home, bro. I want to have a dream in my bed, bro. I'm trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's real. But you got to think he was on the road a lot. You feel me? A lot of the time he couldn't go home.
I would have brought her with me, something. Fuck that. I ain't
that family.
I
I say keep your family. Because you know I
wouldn't have nobody out to get chased by no dogs with me.
You know what I'm saying? They blew this nigga house up and all type of stuff, man.
Damn.
No, that junk is like, bro, that is some crazy junk to think about, nigga. Niggas blowing your crib up. Like, because you want to be able to
fuck shooting your house up. I'm dropping a bomb on your shit. That's crazy.
Burning
them niggas ain't even care to hide it. Yeah, we did it. Shit.
Exactly.
We the only niggas with bombs out there.
Exactly.
I did it. Shit.
We got these big old white capes on our head. We you can see us a mile away. It's freaking broad daylight, and you outside with a big old white cape on. We see you, nigga. They ain't care.
Niggas be out there looking like they be out there looking like some average Power Ranger villains, bro. Just a little grunts that them niggas be beating on, bro, with all them white capes.
That's why I'm not even mad at Malcolm. We had that AK looking out the window. I ain't even mad at him because, like, bro, look at what you're dealing with.
I feel like the only thing is a lot that, like, people might bring up junk like that, say junk like that as a simple fact. That time was a crazy time. And that was like one of the first times when people really start to realize that it's really informants out here. It really is people working for the CIA undercover and junk. And I feel like they just be trying to make it seem like he was one of them because he was around. He was coming up around that time where all this stuff is happening. It's like, oh, he was just a regular black man. How did he come from this to start being his head leader out the blue? They picked him.
That's so dumb.
This is really stupid. Like, you can't just make accusations and go off assumptions when you weren't there. At the end of the day, it's history. What happened. We're here. We just got to deal with what we have today. Why are we stressing about this dead man? And it's not just with him. It's like with anybody who's passed. Why are you worried about what happened all these years ago when he's not even here to defend himself anymore?
Yeah. I hate
the only person that I can say is King Von, because you can talk about that nigga all day, because he ain't care if he was here or not. He was telling y'all what he was doing. That nigga was telling you what he was doing.
He was doing any and everything in the world he wanted. Like, I mean, I'm more in all death. But like sometimes nigga, like that's just what they. I hate saying like that.
That's what he deserved.
Not what they deserve, but that's what that's what was gonna come from that living that life.
You live by the gun, you die by it. You already know that.
Yep. So what you got? I know we went
called?
most of my little topics.
What's it called? We got Nick Cannon wanting to have his 13th child with Taylor Swift.
That nigga need to stop.
Bro, he just pumping them bitches out at this point, boy. I seen some shit where he was getting into this little van and the reporter was trying to talk to him. That nigga like, shit, you want one?
That's crazy, bro.
And he just laughed like an awkward laugh, like, I'm being dead ass.
Like, we can do this in the van. Like, we can hop in the van right now, and I can drop you off. You feel me?
That nigga been hurt since Mariah left, boy. He just trying to get in anywhere and everywhere.
That junk is crazy. Like, bro, that nigga, you know why he doing that, bro?
No,
because he got lupus, bro.
What the fuck is that?
Basically, it's a disease where it can possibly kill you, bro.
Oh,
that's what I feel like he's doing it for. He's
scared. He giving that out to potential children. I'm just saying, boy. They lock niggas up for giving niggas AIDS. That sound like about the same shit.
No,
boy.
no.
It's a disease you could die from, boy.
Bro.
Shit, me.
Nah, but I understand why like, cause he like that's you're afraid of your own mortality. But my nigga. 13 children, nigga. Like, I can't even imagine.
I can't say shit. My granddad had 9 of them motherfuckers.
Good gracious alive, boy.
That boy was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Hey, he was that for real, yeah, but nah.
I would say
13 still crazy as hell. I ain't
both
gonna lie.
both of my granddaddies was on that type of timing.
Mhm.
Hey man, I ain't gonna get into that
Yeah,
though.
we ain't even finna drop snitch on that.
Ain't
Hey,
nobody
you
finna
know, I'm
try
trying
snitch
to
on
tell you,
these
I ain't
niggas,
got nothing to
man.
do with me. I just know what I know,
I
and
mean,
you know
like,
what you did.
man, best I can do is try not to fall into that.
I'm
You
trying to
feel
tell
me?
you, but shit, I can't say too much. Granny gotta know. Ain't no way. You know them other 8 ain't come from you. Shit.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
ain't just appear out thin air. He ain't God.
Yeah, but yeah.
Nah, but 13 still crazy. And then why Taylor Swift? Why her?
Cause that's inaccessible to niggas. Who getting Taylor Swift?
Bro, come on, bro. She don't been tossed around. One
Ain't no
time,
black
bro. Come
niggas
on,
messing
bro.
with no.
Maybe not no, but oh nah. Taylor
That's
Swift look like she
sometime-
like a BBC boy. I ain't
Oh
gonna lie.
my god!
Nah, for real though. She look like she look like she was one of them, boy.
like a good old country girl that like to experiment.
But she was a party girl when she
Jungle
first came out.
Fever. Nah, she was a country girl.
Nah, bro.
When she was first making music,
Nah,
she
I'm
was
not
a
talking about
country.
like first, but like she was making party songs in like 2013, bro.
Nigga, Taylor Swift been around since like 06.
Oh, that don't mean I knew who she was back then.
I'm just
I
saying
understand.
her origin.
From my knowledge,
Yeah.
in 2013, she was a
Yeah.
party girl, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
But yeah, that giant, hey. I was finna say all power to you. No, nigga, not all power to you. You do not need to have no daggone 13 children, nigga.
Nah.
I don't care if you got $13 billion and you can give $1 billion to every child. You don't need to have no 13 kids.
is fucking like, bro, what are you trying to do? Build a mini army?
I was say, bro, that's a whole NBA team.
That bitch got a bitch finna start a mini league in his
That's
backyard.
what I'm saying. Like,
bro.
what even is the like? Cause you can't. Niggas gon' cause I said this before. Niggas got mad at me. You can't distribute love to 13 different children
no.
equally, bro. Somebody
You can
gonna
try.
be neglected, bro.
Oh God, it's gonna be that one good nigga in the corner, bro. every
Somebody
day,
gonna
bro.
think their daddy a deadbeat. You feel
Damn,
me?
bro, you send me to the corner every day, bro. Every day it's
Like,
just
why
me,
my
bro.
daddy don't love me, man? He don't come visit
I'm
me.
telling you, shit is
Like, bro,
ridiculous,
I'm
bro.
telling you, bro, I couldn't, bro. I just can't. I can't do that, bro. I couldn't be on that type of time, bro. I personally, the most of kids I would have is 5. But that's because I think I'm LeVar Ball, and I
You
think
said
all
how
my
many
niggas
bit?
at the absolute most
5?
by the same woman.
All right, bro.
5 of them Jones.
You better hope she survive. You know how hard birth is, boy.
Yeah,
5 times.
yeah.
My God, now
I ain't gonna force her now. I'm just saying.
you can't force it.
I was saying,
Nigga said,
in
I
this
ain't
day
gonna
and
force
age,
it. You gonna have these 5? Like what the fuck? Come on,
bro.
bro.
Because I want me a little starting 5. I want to increase the odds
Instead
of
of
them
starting
niggas.
5, that
I wanna
bitch finna be out there in the park coaching nigga.
I want to increase the odds of them niggas going to the league because at least one of them gonna be taller than me.
Nah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because especially if I marry a woman who's like Andrew Reese. I'm 6'5", by the way, Andrew Reese. Just to let you know. But I'm saying if I get a woman who's like between the heights of like 5'9" and like 6'3", 6'4", even
Before you
6'5",
continue, bro. She don't want you, boy. She talking to NBA young boy. Come on now, bro. Goodness, bro. I ain't gonna put you down though, bro. Angela, if you get tired of the big hurt, go ahead and come over here.
That nigga's a big hurt. Oh
that nigga
God.
Rock finna be sick, boy. Goodness, boy.
But nah,
he hate
bro.
when I call that nigga that. Bro.
I'm just saying, bro. Get me a woman that's like 6'3", bro. One of my sons gonna be at least 6'7", 6'8". That nigga might mess around and be 7 feet tall if
Shit, that
with
might
my
be what
genes.
Lil David becomes. Shit,
I was saying, Lil David might be.
That nigga big as hell, boy.
That nigga's 13 and he's about 6 feet. That junk is ridiculous. I wasn't even that tall when I was 13. I was still like 5'9".
He need to go play in middle school or goddamn high school basketball.
I feel like he gonna be like me. He gonna get into it in high school because I feel like his friends gonna be playing ball. And he gonna want to start being around his friends more. But middle school, I was not. Well, I was a little bit trying to hoop, but I wasn't really trying to hoop for real. It wasn't until high school that I really wanted to start training for real.
No, that's crazy. See, me playing, it's like 2 or 3. 3 is the most, boy. I can't have no more than 3. That's too much. I ain't gonna lie.
But I will say the 5 is only if I'm living good. Like if I'm working at a regular old job, I ain't have no daggone 5. I might not have had none at all. Just be honest. But truth be told, I said I want 5, but realistically, lately, bro, over the last year, I've been like, do I even want to bring kids into this world, bro?
It is a hard time to bring it. This shit is crazy.
And especially with like stuff like global warming, bro. I'm not sure if I want them to walk into that type of stuff.
Me, it's like it's better late than it's better sooner than later. Cause like
Yeah.
rather you never know what's in the future. You never know what's gonna come later on down the line. It could get
Mhm.
way worse than this. You might not know. So
Honestly.
I rather bring it up now and what's it called, or sometime soon,
Yeah.
and just raise them in this, and then pray to God that He can do better than what I did. Cause
Yeah.
if I just keep waiting and waiting, you never know. Been had an asteroid dropping that bit. Now every kid you got a damn extra leg.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm cool.
Oh my
bro.
gosh.
That
Bro,
would be terrible for the woman, but imagine having to push 3 legs out your toot poont.
that's definitely happened before. Somebody was born with a third leg.
3-legged kid.
That sounds crazy. A third leg that always has a nasty
Nah, but you gotta
connotation to
think.
it.
Nah, you know what's crazy? That shit probably ain't even work because it's conjoint twins. Like that's a thing.
Yeah.
To where it's like 2 literally
But
human bodies coming out of you at once. So
That's
it's
like that's because some niggas be attached at the head, bro.
yeah.
That junk is crazy, bro. It's like a famous pair on TikTok. I be looking at that junk and I'm like, I know that's an interesting life to live, to just be, because they're not even attached at the head. They're like at like right here, like they share, like they're basically one has one leg, the other has the other. One has one arm, one has the other, but it's like right here is where the other body is. So it's basically just a 2 torsos. But
Them
one
shits.
set of legs, one set of arms, and 2 torsos.
Like
Obviously,
when
2
you start to
heads.
think about it, like a lot of that shit is like mutations due to like shit that's happening, like the wearing in the genes, like people genes being
Nah, you
changed.
might have.
Because even like twins, that shit is a mutation. That's not normal. To
Is
have.
it?
Like, yeah, that's not normal.
I don't
It's
think
not
that's a
normal.
mutation.
It's a mutation in the DNA. Like it's not normal to have twins. That's why only certain people have twins.
As from what I know, twins is literally, well, one of them might be a mutation. Identical twins.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Because fraternal twins, I know fraternal twins is
ain't-
like two eggs get fertilized, but I know something with identical is like
I'm talking
the
about
little
identical
John.
twins.
Yeah, the little John split doubly. I don't know how to. I'm throwing up all type of hand
I
motions.
don't know
Let me
what
not do
is.
that.
That bitch doing fake karate.
But nah, like that junk is, dude. That's another thing, because a lot of stuff we eat, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, this shit ain't supposed to be consumable half of this shit.
I'm not no scientist. I'm not no professional person when it comes to this stuff, obviously. But when I be seeing people with a lot of these issues, like mental health issues and stuff like that, it might have something to do with what's going into the people's body.
Oh, that's all it has to do with, bro. Like some of it come from having skin exposure to certain shit, but whatever you put into your body, that's what your body is gonna project.
Yeah.
Like I had to learn that when I was learning how to make like hair oil and all that other junk. Like just knowing
I used to do
all that junk. So it's like your hair, everything is a reflection of what you put into your body.
Yeah.
So like people be like, "Why my hair ain't growing? Are you drinking enough water? Are you eating fruits, vegetables, this, that, and third?" Like all that junk matters when it comes to
McDonald's
any of
every
that.
day. Wonder why you got a bald spot.
I'm trying to tell you.
Cul-de-sac.
Come on now, bro. You over there getting a 4 for 4 every damn 4 hours. Come on now.
Yeah.
But
Man, we was talking about this earlier. It just popped in my head, bro. Are you a flat earther, bro?
what? That I believe the earth is flat?
Yeah.
So this is my thing. I'm always the person that be like, I gotta see it to believe it. Like,
Yeah.
and that's why, like, we were talking the other day about all the different religions and everything. I was like, I don't put no religions under another one. I just know this is what I believe in. I'm not gonna tell you that your junk is fake, but
I will.
But all right, bro. But this is what I believe in. But in the slim chance that maybe your junk is real too, I don't want to get up there and get smited by Zeus or whoever you believe in. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when it comes to the flat Earth theory and everything else, it's so much conspiracy and so much like unknown truths to the fact that where they be like, oh, you can do this and make junk look round. Because like in me, to be completely honest, I don't believe that we even been to the moon yet, bro.
I don't cap. I'm not a
believe that
conspiracy
shit.
theorist, but I don't think we have. But
No,
that's
man.
just me not having done no research on the moon landing and stuff specifically.
It's just so much shit I don't see that, like, before a conspiracy theory or anything else, like so much junk that was like literally shown to me by like my folks and actual people, and they showing me like, oh, the flag ain't even moving in the background, or like, or nah, they was like, the flag is literally blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
There ain't supposed to be no
Ain't no
wind
wind in
this
space,
place.
yeah.
We'll be able to breathe and all this other. I'm like, bruh, I don't like to get into conspiracy theory, but I honestly don't believe we've been up to the moon. At least not back then in that time. Like now when they got
Yeah.
all these recordings of like the sounds from black holes and all that, you see asteroids going by and I believe that junk is real. When it comes to the earth is flat. It's the equator is just the borderline and that's why it's in the middle area and all this other crazy. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna stick with what I learned at school. The bitch round and spin in a circle, bro. I'm not God. I'll see it when I go up there, bro. I
Yep.
don't know, bro.
Yeah. That's because I never been one to believe in flat earth, but it's because it really comes from just speculation and skepticism. Cause niggas don't really have no type of real hard evidence for the flat earth, but it's just built off the fact that people think everything is a lie, which I don't think that's completely incorrect that
Mhm.
everything has been a lie. Like a lot of stuff has been covered up and
Yeah, a lot
kept
of
from
stuff been
us.
fabricated. I ain't gonna lie.
I just think that the stuff that is like unimportant, why are you making a big deal about the earth being flat? Like, why is that your hill to die on the
Yeah.
fact that we
Why?
have like corrupt niggas and the Illuminati, like stuff like that? Like, it's the flat earth is that, not the niggas like sacrificing children and in the woods, like every year type John. Like, it's the
Yeah.
flat earth. You feel me?
Yeah.
I feel like it's wrong because just the natural world kind of proves it's wrong
Mm-hmm.
because what's it called? Seasons. Seasons would be completely different. I don't even know we would have seasons. The way the sun rises and sets and things like that. Like those, if you look outside at if you on a beach and you look at a boat and you watch it go over the horizon, it doesn't like just shrink until you don't see it anymore. It like looks like it's sinking. Stuff like that. That's just the natural eye. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I believe it's around on that part. But
I know I seen one thing on that where there was like the earth is flat, but when we look at it, it's spinning still. So when it's spinning, it makes it look round. Do you know how fast the fucking world would have to be spinning
yeah,
for
that's
that shit
dumb.
to look like it's a damn ball
Yeah,
spinning in a circle?
because the
Like
Earth
what
is
are we?
already spinning fast, but it'll have to be spinning even faster to create the
The illusion that
illusion.
it's spinning in
Yeah,
a ball. We would get launched into outer space like a Beyblade, bro. Come
yeah,
on, bro. There's no way.
that's nuts.
That's like one of the craziest theories I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It just well, I ain't gonna say the craziest theories
Oh yeah, we've seen
cause
crazy.
like something I was gonna bring up. I don't know if we want to do it this episode, but just as brings up to the pod too. I was thinking about doing some junk like conspiracy talk or whatnot, where we actually
Yeah,
like once an episode bring up like like the craziest conspiracy theory we
we
don't
can do
heard,
that
and
for
then
sure.
cause
What's something that you think
uh
on?
I know one of them that like is one that I truly believe in, and one of the reasons why I don't go in the ocean to this day unless I'm going to go fishing, even if I only go off piers and stuff, is the one where they say it's another world inside of the ocean or like another realm. So like basically it was busted off this diver, like this oceanographer dude, right?
Hmm.
He went down to the water in this submarine and like when he was going down, he was basically recording everything he saw, whatnot, this, that, and third. He went down so deep he found a literal pond underneath the fucking ocean. Like it literally looked like how you would go out there and see a pond. It was just so he tried to go into the pond. He hit the pond and bounced off. And it sent riffles going out in every direction. And like this is on camera.
They got rejected
Like,
from
like this
the.
is literally on camera. And the thing is that's so crazy about this. So it's two things. One, Buddy literally after he brought this information to the real world and published it or whatnot, because like they literally wouldn't let him put this on TV. Like they literally made him go out and do it in his own source or whatnot. He was he was unalived randomly,
Oh yeah,
like out of nowhere. Like this is a healthy man. He ain't got no disease or nothing. All of a sudden, explosion just happens out the blue. Now he's just not here no more.
that's like so stuff like that because it's always happens. Like it's somebody always die when some crazy shit happen. It's like I don't like being a conspiracy type nigga like that. But when stuff like that, it's kind of hard to not
Yeah, it's
think it's
like,
something
bro.
going
So
on, bro.
he just randomly told us some junk that we never knew, and
And
now
then
he just
nigga
boom,
dead.
an explosion just occurred out of spontaneous combustion. Like, what are you talking
Like, be
about?
for real, bro.
And then like the second part that made me believe that like it really, I ain't gonna say Atlantis, but it might literally be something underneath the water. Is that so? Area 51 or whatnot,
Mhm.
they've been releasing like their information to the public. I don't know if people know this. You can literally go on the internet and go look it up. I haven't done this, but I've watched somebody show me how to do this shit. And like there's this report of this, you could call it UFO, but it's this thing not going into outer space, but literally going into our ocean at Mach speed. And like they literally have it where they recorded the speed, and it's literally the fastest moving thing that has ever been recorded. Like they literally didn't know how to, like it literally broke the scale.
And this is something that was already in the ocean,
I
or
don't we
something they
don't it was
put in
like
the ocean.
it was flying and then it went into the ocean.
Oh, it went into
And
the
so
ocean.
what makes
Okay.
me think like what he was saying was real. He tried to go into the water but got rejected. Maybe he wasn't going fast enough to go through the thing. Maybe you got to hit a certain speed, and that's what made me think like, bro, maybe this thing that came and flew into the ocean was moving. You got to move that fast to make it through this little pond.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go too deep because I don't want to spontaneous combust out the blue or some shit. So that's why I just shit crazy, bro.
I think the craziest conspiracy theories that because I don't really believe in it no more, but it was definitely like the Illuminati in the sense that we thought of it like coming up, like every celebrity's in it, and they're just trying to worship the devil. Like I don't think it's literally that. If there is some sort of society like that, it's definitely not a bunch of rappers and singers in that junk.
Yeah, I feel like there is rappers and singer in it, but that's not the majority of the group. Like they're not the ones leading the shit. They're just a part of it.
Yeah.
It might be one of them that's in like don't work his way up to get up there, but he's still just a lapdog and a big.
Exactly.
I know what you're saying.
Because the idea that these like because if the Illuminati is real, it would have had to been started by like some white folk.
Yeah, it had to be because if we just now finding out about it, this jump been happening.
And that's the other thing, bro. So much stuff happens out in the open. Like truthfully, if there was a secret society, or let's just say it wasn't a secret, and they were going into the woods every year, worshiping the devil and doing all this and making the world go round and all that, why hide? What the heck is the people gonna do? See what I'm saying? Literally, what is people gonna do? We can't even get niggas to stop shooting up school. You think we can get some random niggas to stop doing? You feel what I'm saying? Like
they gonna think that junk just some regular niggas just doing some shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like I got rid of that, but I think the Illuminati in the sense of there's a bunch of big families that own everything. I mean, that's obviously true and real, but it's just not the Illuminati. That's just capitalism. Like that's just the society we live in.
I feel like Illuminati is just a name we put on it.
Yeah,
that's what we decide to basically choose to be the big picture out of everything.
Yeah.
Cause like I feel like it junk go deeper than even that. Like I said, I feel like it's some of the people that might be in the world government and everything else. Rappers are not the head of this. There's no way you're finna tell me the same nigga you're bumping in your car is the same person that's leading this national organization that's just known worldwide. Like,
that's making the decisions from top to bottom in the name of Satan.
That's
the biggest part is the fact that they're talking about this all in the name of Satan, and it's at the point now where like rappers are playing into it.
Yeah,
like Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah,
that nigga is crazy, but he think it's a game, and like I don't want to condemn people to hell. But that dude is playing a dangerous game.
I don't feel like he cares. I'm being
honest. He doesn't care. But who does care? God. So he's making a mockery out of God and doing all this stuff, I guess, to troll people or whatever. But it's not going to go. It's not going unnoticed.
I feel like, to be honest, I think Lil Uzi Vert, like I think he's literally an atheist. I'm not gonna hold you. Like he's trolling and everything else, but I honestly think something happened that made him stop believing in God. So now he just trolls everyone that still believes in God.
But that happens with a lot of people. Like a lot of people who were religious or just went to church or whatever. Like Lil Nas X is a perfect example. Like him doing all that twerking and dancing on the devil. That was literally, he came out and said that was to troll Christians. And I knew that when I seen it, because I'm like, bruh, this is so out there that there's no other purpose for it other than to be you're trying to get under somebody's skin. And it worked. And he kept doing it because he did the little Satan shoe and doing all this stuff. And he was talking about how, like, bro, like these same people who like make me feel like evil and dirty and all this stuff because I was a little gay kid, they teaching this in the church or whatever. And I feel like I don't necessarily think it's like wrong, because I mean, like if you believe in the Bible, you a Christian, obviously you think homosexuality is a sin. But I feel like the way a lot of people approach that topic is what gets people to leave the church and God. So they making him feel like something wrong with him exclusively when it really everybody is in the wrong. But I'm just using him as an example. Like he now goes out his way, and that's really what Satanism is. You feel me? Them niggas don't believe in the devil. All them niggas is a bunch of atheists. They might as well just be. The reason they call themselves Satanists is because they know it's gonna get a reaction out of Christians, and it's gonna be like, oh, these people are da 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 da. And they're literally laughing at these. It's a lot of old Christians. It's just a lot of old people that they laughing at because they're like basically just making a mockery out of these people. But at the end of the day, there's a very real God out there. And there's a very real Satan that you think you're not honoring him with what you're doing because you don't believe he's real. But hey, that buddy back there laughing. He having a good old time watching y'all do all this stuff and then act like he not real. But
Because I think the craziest thing with that is, first off, it's like they doing all this junk and y'all are getting mad at it, but y'all aren't realizing y'all are putting money in their pocket, so they're never gonna stop doing
never
this
gonna
junk.
stop.
Because the more they do this junk, the more backlash they get, the more their name get put out there. And it's sad that certain people take that route. Cause like us as YouTubers, we can do the same thing, get up there, but why would we ever want to do that? I don't feel like I would feel accomplished if I took that route or anything like that.
I don't want to do and say things just for
I
controversy.
want to keep my junk as tame and authentic as possible, but it's people out there that just don't, bro, I'm about to get this money. I don't give a damn. I'm about to say this, that, and the third. Get the cross tatted on my tongue upside down because it's making money. Now, Lil Uzi, he been making money, so I don't know. I feel like he just trolled. He just
trolling. That's the big thing. Like people try to act like he's changing. It's like, no, I don't think he's
changing. Who said he's changing?
People are looking at him like something is different about him. They're like, look,
his hair, like
exactly, like act like this ain't the same Uzi I know from 2016. Yes, it is, my nigga. He been on this type of time.
What are you talking about? The only thing he's doing is dancing and changing his hair, bro.
Exactly,
he literally was at a concert like 2-3 years ago talking about if you listen to this, you're going to hell. Like, what are you talking about?
Like, come on, my nigga. Like, this is the same nigga. They just now that it's blatant. That's what it gets me because like. You ain't had no problem with it when he was talking about how when he turns 27, he's gonna go fly into space with Marilyn Manson and all this other weird stuff. When he was saying that in 2016, y'all ain't. But now that he got some new tattoos, it's like, oh, like, bro, y'all are unserious individuals.
No, they gonna support him throughout whatever because at some point in their life, one of his songs touched them in a way that carried them or made them feel a certain way. So now he can do no wrong in their eyes, and that's what a lot of artists. That's the power, but that's the power a lot of artists and creators and everything else have. Like that's the same thing that happened with the one buddy that got caught. What it was like a few months ago talking to that underage girl. And he had that big following behind him. But, like, everybody was like, nah, he couldn't have done that, man. But he literally did it.
The fact that you said that and multiple names came to mind.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put no name on it. Because it doesn't matter which name I would have said. You know that there's people out there that don't did this junk and got, like, just people behind them. And they're literally like, nah, he couldn't have done that, man. I remember he was playing this game. He couldn't. Yeah, he was playing the game, like but he was still playing with good kids. Like, that don't change
that. That's what I think is so weird because people are great at like
playing a character,
playing a character, yeah. Because people often would be like, oh, he could never do something like that. He's not that type of guy, bro. People that do evil stuff are your everyday person, bro. Like the dude that talks to underage girls, that's literally the nigga you graduated from school with. He's not like this super weird evil dude who sits in his room all day writing manifestos, talking about how he wants to do all this crazy stuff. He's literally just a regular dude. He just happens to spend his time on Snapchat talking to 16-year-olds. And that's just a part of his day. And we're like, oh, he could never. Like, he could actually. And that actually could be you if you don't keep yourself in check.
Yeah. It only take one switch to flip for you to just turn out to be like that.
Exactly.
It's not like some people might be born with something that might make them that way, but it's not like it was your destiny or nothing. It's just that you end up being like this. Now I'm not saying it's okay that you're like this. Like you should have seek help or somebody should have realized this or whatnot. For sure. But that's just the way it turned out. And the only thing I say, please, bro, please don't find nothing on Belize or Dashy, bro. Please, bro. Them is two niggas that are just like, bro, they so damn like Goodwill and Belize is like one of the like holiest niggas I ever seen on content, bro.
Think though, like back in the day, because I ain't gonna cap, Lil Uzi might be straight because I remember his blow up. And he was on some chill junk. I don't know about that shit though. He been around for a decade and
that's
some
the
change.
thing, bro. And he always kind of gave me a little weird vibe though when I used to, Dashy when I used to be watching like his videos and gave me like, but it might be something wrong with him a little bit. But then like that I'll be watching, I'll be like, yeah, this nigga funny. He's exciting. Like I don't watch him like that no more. But like back then, like when I was in high school, I'll be watching. I'll be like, yeah, he's funny. He got incitement, but something just seemed off a little bit about him. I don't know. But Berleezy, bro, there's no way the dude who was making fun of cartoons, joning on Dora the Explorer could be a child. I'm not even put that in the same sentence.
The person like that for me would be, I would say Kanye, but he didn't already got into the hot seat.
Yeah, there's something wrong with him. We already know there's something wrong with him though.
But J. Cole.
Oh no!
If that nigga came out was on some BS, I would be blowed, bro. And not even because I, put it past him to do that. But now I gotta quit bumming the music.
Still listen to R. Kelly over here.
Nah, see, I can't listen to that nigga. He already not no type of nigga.
Seems like you're ready. Seems like you're ready.
He wasn't no type of nigga I grew up on anyway. But even if it was, it's like, bro, that's
my mom
crazy.
used to bump the fuck out. I don't give a damn, man.
Bro, it would happen.
His music and what he do in his life is two separate things. I don't care if he was singing about what he was doing in life in the song. That's not what I'm singing.
But bro, when I tell you, it was like around Christmas time, and my parents had on the Christmas playlist, and it was Pandora, and an R. Kelly Christmas song popped up, and they just let that jump play. I'm like, oh, y'all niggas are a part of the problem.
But you gotta understand, this shit is coming out in our generation. They grew up off that shit. Like us saying we grew up of it is way different from them because they literally grew up in a time when he was blowing up.
Man, my parents ain't grow up when that nigga was.
Come on, bro. Your parents is about as old as my mom, and my mom like 40 something, late 40s.
Oh, Galvin's like my pop's like 49. My mom.
Yeah, they definitely were there then.
Them niggas like 26 when that nigga was.
Bro, you gotta think we in our 19s and 20s, and we're listening to J. Cole and all the other people come up. What difference is that?
J. Cole been out since 2010.
Okay, when
did R. Kelly come out? I just might not.
I know it ain't got nothing to do with me, but
I don't know.
I feel like it was like he either came out in 1980s, 1990s, bro.
If he was out in the 80s, then that because I thought he was like late 90s.
R. Kelly. I think R. Kelly's like 40 something, 50.
Yeah, I think he's like a little bit older than my parents.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Either way,
they could have been in the same class. Shit.
Honestly.
Yeah, I know my mom could have been in the same class.
That junk is crazy though, bro. Nigga just locked up in jail because he want to touch Lil Sharon and piss on him.
Getting this shit ran through. I know they doing it. They be doing shit bad to people who just hit or beat on women in jail. So I know. Are you trying to tell me you were touching little kids? Oh yeah,
you're done.
Got you. Don't drop that soap, nigga.
Bruh, I just seen this story today since you don't talking about jail, bruh. I just got mad, bruh. Nigga got sentenced to 70 years for spitting on a police officer.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, bruh. This is why
they was gonna kill me in that courtroom. Cause I'm about to. Hey, boy, I'm going crazy. As soon as you say 70 years, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I'm reaching for the nick. I'm reaching for the guard gun. I'm trying to like everybody on that stand up. Fuck that. I don't give a damn.
Because bro, it was literally because so the full context was basically he was already wanted. I don't know if he was wanted. Oh, y'all understand? It's time we go to bed and go to sleep.
No, you ain't.
But goddamn, I don't know if he was like wanted or whatever, but he had some counts of like domestic violence or whatever. Like,
what could you have been wanted for 70 years?
But this is the thing. He was specifically only like wanted for that domestic violence junk. He was just like 2 counts of it. But I think they had caught up to him in some junk. And he like started kicking on the police car door and all type of. He was out of his daggone mind. Could have got his butt killed fooling with some police.
He might as well. Shit, 70 years. That's your whole life.
But then he actually like spit on a police officer. And like, if I could find the actual article, because I think like Rap, the little rap account posted that junk. It literally said that in the closing statements for the case, they were literally trying to make him an example. Like, hold up.
Bro, there is no way you're
Yeah.
giving me 70 years for spitting on you, bro.
Yeah, Texas man sentenced to 70 years in prison for spitting on cops, according to the New
It was in
York
Texas?
Post. Yeah.
Oh, that answered everything I needed.
Cops
Told me
picked him
everything
up
right there.
on domestic violence charges after he allegedly hit a woman several times in the face, leaving her with multiple visible injuries. He allegedly got angry with officers. He allegedly got angry when officers didn't arrest the victim and started kicking the door of the police cruiser. When two cops opened the door to demand he stop, he spit at them and kept doing so after he got to the detention center. Later, jurors found him guilty of 2 counts of harassment of a public servant. So he didn't even get caught guilty. Well, he might have had a different trial for that stuff. But this right here was just the spitting on the police officers. This is just for that. During the trial's closing arguments, the prosecutor asked the jury to send a message to both the suspect and society with the sentencing.
Bro, you're not giving me 70 years for saliva. I don't give a damn, bro.
For some stuff, for spit.
I don't even get 70 years for killing a nigga. It's 25 to life.
That's nuts.
You're not giving me 70 years for spitting on you, bro. No, bro.
To make somebody an example is, I don't know what
is
like,
it? 1987? Make me an example,
like,
boy. Like, what you?
Because to make somebody an
I'm
example,
gonna make an example out of you, boy.
Because to make somebody an example makes me think that it's like, oh, you need to make sure that people aren't going to do this. But people, we've kind of been in this country for a long time. Niggas know not to spit on niggas. So making him an example does nothing. If you wanted to spit on the niggas and you see what niggas do to people in this country, you this is what you wanted to do. You feel me? Like you was gonna do that regardless. So making him an example, y'all, it's because he's black.
Imagine
he was wrong, but it was because he's black. That's why he got 70 years, because he's a nigga.
Hey, I can only imagine being. Well, I would never be in his shoes. I never put my hands on no girl. I'd just walk away. I ain't gonna lie. But imagine being in his shoes and being like, man, I already know I'm going for at least 5 years beating this bitch. Fuck it. Spit on him. Going in that bitch. 70 years.
70 years.
What?
My what?
Hey,
Boy.
Hey, what?
That's nuts.
Oh
like,
my
that's
God.
nutty, bro. 70.
What the fuck? I might as well shot the nigga.
At that point, you might as well kill them. Because if you get more time than murderers and rapists and all type of other stuff, come on, my nigga, that's crazy.
Imagine being in jail. Man, he ain't here for 70 years. Damn, what the fuck he do? He spit on the cop. Nah, what?
Like, be for real, my nigga. You joking. You playing around. That ain't all you did. Nah, bro. Two.
I punched the bitch a couple times. That's about it. Oh, that's what you in here for. Nah, but read the paperwork.
Read the paperwork, man.
70 years for spitting on somebody.
I couldn't imagine that,
Nah, a bitch that need to get beat.
Oh my gosh. What the heck kind of opening?
I don't care, boy. I don't care. This shit say Houston mother sentenced to life in prison for beating 4-month-old daughter to death because the baby father no longer wanted the relationship. I ain't never in my life, bro. Imagine being the father in that situation and hearing that your daughter got beat to fucking death because you ain't want to be with this crazy bitch. You just justify why he don't want to be with you and put yourself in jail at the same time and lost your fucking child. Like, that is crazy, bro.
This is why I'll always be a avid proponent. Keep it in your doggone pants, bro. It is not worth it smashing these crazy behind people.
Bro, all girls ain't like that. That bitch slow or something, boy.
But that's
wrong with her, boy.
I'm talking about because, bro, I blame hookup culture, bro. Because I don't know the situation. But situations where stuff like this happen, a lot of the time people get be I can't speak English. People be getting pregnant on accident because they with somebody like a little sneaky legal situation. It might even be their girlfriend and boyfriend, but it's on some junk where it's not a serious committed relationship. That's why I feel like a lot of people go wrong is that you sleeping with people that you have no type of
bond with or connection
or you don't see no future with this person, but you letting them inside of you or you putting yourself inside them. I don't get that. It's weird. And this is how you get situations like this where you got a crazy behind person killing your doggone kid.
Bruh. Could you imagine what she like this bitch, bro? I can only like I'm sitting up here. My mind's been going this whole time because I'm just sitting up here thinking like she's in the room screaming at this baby. You're the reason he doesn't want to be with me.
Like,
it's your fault.
That's crazy.
Like, what the fuck? I just got here. I'm like,
4 months.
I'm in a pamper. I just got here. It's not my fault.
Insane, bro.
Like, oh my god, that's actually like, bro. They need to lock her under the damn jail cell. I don't give a damn, bro.
Yeah.
You be like a defenseless 4-month-old infant because your man wanted to leave you. There's no reason for you to be doing that whatsoever. Like, there's nothing you could say to justify that.
You absolutely right. That's a mental thing. That's why it's like, bro. If you just, bro, I'm gonna try to give y'all niggas some type of advice, bro. I know it could be hard for some niggas, but if you talking to a girl, bro, wait 6 months to have sex with her. Guarantee you gonna realize she a daggone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
It don't even take that long for some of them.
Well, I'm gonna say it won't even take that long. But a lot of niggas, they stick up with, they put up with craziness because, oh my, it feels so good.
All right, bro.
Come on, like, it ain't that fine, bro.
Cause earlier I was just gonna say, ain't no way she doing all that shit because he wanted to leave dick. Can't be that good, bro. Ain't no damn way, bro. Ain't no way you beat a baby to death because that nigga ain't digging you down no more, bro.
That junk is nuts, man. Bro. Just wait a few months, bro. Niggas be blind by coochie, bro. I've seen it. Like, I'm not finna put nobody business out there, but I've seen niggas get blinded by coochie, bro, and they get themselves in these terrible, terrible situations, all because they can't leave some girl alone. Like, this is not even no girl that they really like want or love. This is I don't want to say
sitting up there just talking, man, it's too good, bro. I can't leave, bro.
Like, yes, no, you can, bro. Ain't nothing.
There's a million fish in the damn sea, bro. You gonna find one that hit better or just the same.
It ain't nothing out there that's freaking like good enough for your sanity. You feel me? That's my biggest thing.
You gotta put your mental health first and your physical health first before you go through that.
Because I know good and daggone well, but I'm not. I got a 1 strike rule, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm gonna keep on saying it. Fellas, have a 1 strike rule. She got one time to let you know she crazy, and I'm done. I'm not talking to you no more. You got one time, because I'm not dealing with it, bro. I done went through too much craziness in my life dealing with folk, not even just women, but niggas too. I done dealt with too many human beings.
Niggas got 1 strike rules with me for sure. I ain't gonna lie. Once you show me you ain't worth shit. Oh yeah, that's all.
Like,
I need
bro,
to
I'm
see,
just we could have been cool, but now you over there, bro. Love you from afar, my nigga. I'm not finna deal with, because bringing that type of stuff around you can bring consequences to you, bro. I'm not dealing with it, bro.
I mean, ain't nobody else. When this is gonna sound self-centered or whatever you want, ain't nobody else life worth the life of me and my loved ones, bro. And that's just real, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't deal with
I'm not finna put you above them or before them, and I'm not finna even put you in a situation to be around us if you some crazy ass nigga or some crazy ass female, bro. That's just not something I'm finna do, bro.
I would never in my life. I can't, bro. I got too much respect for my family and myself, bro. Try to put myself through that type of junk. Some daggone crazy girl gonna try to kill my baby because I don't want to be with her no more. Your doggone mind.
Why did he leave the baby? That ain't even. It's not even his fault. It's not even his fault.
I don't even want to put.
It ain't got nothing to do with him. He just wanted to leave. He did the right thing. He probably walked out after he said he didn't want to argue.
She probably. I was gonna say because she probably did something crazy, and that's why he walked out. And then she did whatever she did. That junk is, man.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Hey, have some respect for yourself. This for the women too, because y'all be dealing with these crazy niggas and be talking about, oh, but he dropped it off so good. It ain't that daggone good, okay? Just being real with you. You feel me? But yeah, man.
Trust him. He know from experience. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Goodbye, y'all, bro.
All right, bro. Y'all have a nice one, bro. It's been a great pod. It's been your boy Chill D and Daniel Sundown. Yeah.
You rushed that little outro.
Bro, you tried to end the whole thing talking about, all right, y'all.
I don't care. I ain't got nothing to stuff.
Oh no, we had an hour 30. They good, boy. We good. Yeah, we straight in this. Y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all day, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I hope y'all enjoyed. Yeah, man. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. It's your boy Daniel Sundown. If they made it this far, what should they put in the comment section below?
Shit, conspiracy talk. Put that down.
Put conspiracy. Matter of fact, if you gonna put anything, put your favorite conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
And we might even talk about it on the
next
pod.
That
But yeah,
would be
man.
good, bro.
I appreciate y'all for sliding through. And we're gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Come on, bro.